Hello Westford, there's more road work ahead in the town center. A new restaurant's opening this week in town, and Saturday, September 23rd is Westford's 288th birthday. I'm Ira Keltz, and it's time for WestfordCAT News. Before we get started, I wanted to encourage civic and nonprofit groups to send announcements of your upcoming events to WestfordCAT. Email our news director at jcrane@westfordcat.org. And don't forget to subscribe to our free daily publication at westfordcatnews.org/newsletter. And now, our feature of the week. September 23rd is the 288th birthday of Westford. To mark the occasion, news director Joyce Polino Crane invited one of the town's avid historians to reflect on its history. Here's former state rep and Historical Society member Geoff Hall.
Well, you want to talk about the beginnings of the town?
Yeah, it was incorporated in what year?
1729. And when it was incorporated in 1729, it included all of Westford that we know today, except for Forge Village. Forge Village asked to be included as part of Westford a year later. And the reason for them breaking off, they were part of Chelmsford, which had been incorporated in 1655. And the reason, the biggest reason was the proximity to the meeting house. And it was a meeting house in Westford that was closer, so that's why the incorporation of Westford as a town.
So transportation was the key of getting to the meeting house.
People saw that as their area. And towns, New England towns, grew up around their meeting houses. So the original settlements were in areas like the center of town, around there. But I'll tell you, Joyce, when people started coming over and coming into what we know today as Westford, for example, you'll see on the Solomon Keyes house, or Keyes, whichever you prefer.
I ask that question every time I say
Keyes and Keyes. Well, so I grew up calling it Keyes, so I'm going to call it Keyes. But that's probably the oldest home in Westford. But if you go to the Saltbox Farm, which is just off of Hildreth Street, off the center of town, that was in the 1650s also. What brought people, why did they come and go into areas like that? Yeah. And generally what they were doing was looking for meadows, where they didn't have to clear the land, where they could have farmland and also water nearby. So that's why people started spreading out into the community.
Hall is a former history teacher at Chelmsford High School and a trustee for Westford Academy. According to Highway Superintendent Richard Chip Barrett, road crews will be grinding up and resurfacing two areas in the center of town. The first runs along Depot Street from the Main Street intersection to the Abbott School. The second stretches along Boston Road to the vicinity of Blake Hills Road. Work is scheduled to begin in early October. In addition, the Common Restoration Project members won Selectmen's approval on September 12th to change the crosswalks in the center from yellow to white lines, or faux brick. The details are still being worked out, Barrett said. Keep it right here at WestfordCAT, and we'll bring you the latest updates on roadway improvements. On Monday, September 18th, Scott Pelletier was inside Two Powers Road getting ready for this week's opening of his restaurant, Fuse Westford. Opening day was dependent on the completion of outside construction work that'll give it a whole new look. Formerly Belle's Bistro, and before that, Ye Old Beef and Ale House, the building has gone through a few changes through the years. Pelletier is the owner of Fuse Bistro of Lowell. He's said he's bringing some of the same menu items to Westford, but also offering a few different dishes. Here's what he had to say.
Tell us what your hours will be, and you were telling me off camera that you have a soft opening for the first month, and then you're going to have a grand opening. So tell us the details.
Yes, that's correct. For the first 3 to 4 weeks, we'll do a soft opening. We will not be open on Sundays. We'll be open Monday through Saturday. 11:30 for lunch, and then during the week it'll be 10 p.m. And then on Fridays and Saturdays we'll have an extended bar menu until 11 p.m. But the bar will be open until midnight. Then after we have the grand opening, and we invite people who have helped me get it open, some of my farmers and some local people and some of the loyal customers in Lowell. Once the grand opening, then we will add Sundays, and we'll be doing a Sunday brunch.
And so you don't have an opening date, grand opening date yet, because you don't know what date you're starting this week. Is that correct?
That's correct. It will be roughly 1 month after we open.
Okay, and then just tell us what time you start serving dinner.
We'll start serving dinner at 4 o'clock, and we do continuous service. We don't close. So we'll be open at 11:30, and then we'll be open until 10. Lunch will end at 4, and dinner will start at 4.
WestfordCAT will update you on future developments at Fuse Westford. Scott Hyder, a Westford police officer, recently launched a nonprofit organization called Hidden Battles to help first responders and military members cope with tragedies they encounter in their professional roles. He founded the organization in memory of his brother Nick, a corrections officer who committed suicide in 2012.
A lot of people understand is war is overseas and our veterans come home and become our first responders. But there's also traumatic things that happen here for us, whether it's CPR on a child, the death of an elderly person, or a really serious car accident. At the end of our shift, we don't just wash it off. It comes home with us. What Hidden Battles tries to do is preserve the healthy minds so that the veterans and the first responders don't bring that home, therefore having a healthy lifestyle at home.
WestfordCAT produced a public service announcement about Hidden Battles, and you can find it at westfordcat.org. Land steward Corey Ryan, who's been taking care of Grassy Pond for about 15 years, has made an intriguing discovery there of a stone circle that's believed to have been a gathering place for Native American women. Ryan said it was members of the Pocasset Wampanoag tribe in Rhode Island who provided the information. But the actual discovery of the stone circle occurred only because of certain weather conditions. Here's Ryan.
Recently, I went out around the beginning of the year, and the ice had formed, and then it dried, and we had a flat bed to walk out. So you can walk out to these huge boulders, which are interesting. And I went out to the boulders, and that's where you can also see the stone circle. And it was looking clearer and clearer because the snow had pressed down most of the flowers, and you could see the outline.
And the aerial video that you have shows it very clearly.
Yes, yes. I had not seen an aerial of it, and I had still been looking at the ground, taking more pictures, and then it came close to the equinox. And I had been watching where the sun was setting each day, because there's a path coming out of the stone circle.
Yes.
It's about 14 feet long. And there's this big stone in the center of the stone circle, and then there's a stone further back. So I went and stood on the stone further back, and I thought I should take out my iPhone and see if there's a direction to that path, you know, if I line up the stones. And it went within a degree of west. And I thought, my gosh, this is something very purposeful.
To see the entire interview with Corey Ryan, visit westfordcat.org. Here's the latest news from Town Hall.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, September 20th, 2017. I'm Eric Heidemann, the Assistant Town Manager, and this is your bi-weekly Town Manager update. First update is our Road and Bush Rehabilitation Project. The general contract has been awarded to a company called Nelco. Today was their pre-construction meeting to start the renovation project. And I would anticipate to see construction fencing and all the related construction activities coming in the coming weeks. So we really look forward to get that project going. The anticipated construction period is going to be roughly 18 months. So it's great to see that get going. The town farm, we're still working on selling that property. We did receive one proposal through a request for proposal process from Ewell Development. We are currently negotiating a purchase and sale agreement with them, and we plan to present this purchase and sale agreement before the Selectmen on their 9/26 meeting for approval. The combined dispatch project is nearing substantial completion. We hope to have it finalized by October 1st, and we'll finally have our police and fire dispatch operations combined, which is great. Our special town meeting is coming up quickly. It's on Monday, October 16th at 7:30 p.m. On the Selectmen's next meeting on September 26th, they'll be signing the warrant, taking positions on the warrant articles, and finalizing the motions. So if you're interested in any of those, please come to the Selectmen meeting on September 26th. Just a reminder, we do require 200 registered voters to have a quorum for town meetings, so we urge all residents to attend. And last but not least, the fire station project on Boston Road. If you've driven by lately, you've likely seen there's a large amount of rocks that were discovered on the site. This was unanticipated, and it's caused a delay in the project of roughly 6 weeks. Due to the size of these rocks, they're being broken up and taken off site. We were working with the vendor, but that did cause a 6-week delay, and we're really hoping to get the project back on schedule. That's it for this week. Have a nice day.
Rekha Sharma brings you this week's health tip.
Hi everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, your Ayurveda practitioner, back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Ayurveda is a science of life, helping you heal better and boost your natural immunity in natural ways. Today I'm going to talk about blackberries. It is delicious fruit with low fat and glycemic index, excellent for people with diabetes. It is a rich source of carotenoids and flavonoids. It prevents gastric inflammation, diarrhea, and foodborne infections, improving gastrointestinal health and thereby acting as a natural immunity booster. Blackberries are antidepressant and anti-anxiety. It helps to maintain air and fire element of the body. It also acts as anti-inflammatory and anti-cancerous. So add some blackberries in your fruits, salads, shakes, or smoothies to get the benefits. If you have any allergies, please contact your PCP before consuming. I'll be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
Here's Giuseppe to tell us what's in store for this week's weather.
Hello Westford! This is Giuseppe with the weather forecast for the week of September 25th. We have some warm bodies ahead. Temperatures in the 80s through the weekend into the early part of the week. Here's what's coming up. That was the Westford weather. Have a great week, everyone.
Brisbane, an 8-year-old border collie is available for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society. Here's our own Patty Stalker with more information.
If you're looking for a smart and eternally happy best friend this fall, consider taking home Brisbane, an 8-year-old border collie mix, available now for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society. Here's marketing and fundraising manager Crystal Arnott with more.
This is Brisbane. Brisbane is an 8-year-old border collie mix. And he came to the shelter because his family had a new baby and he wasn't really comfortable around the new baby. So we're hoping that he can go find a home that has adults only because he wouldn't really love being around kids again. He is a super playful dog. He's always happy. His prior owners said that was their favorite thing, is that he just is happy all the time. And he really loves to play. He's super playful. He's always on the go. He has plenty of energy and he loves toys. His favorite thing in the world are tennis balls, and he really loves to rip up stuffed animal toys and just kind of rip the stuffing out of them and make a nice big mess. But other than that, he's a really great dog. He doesn't, destroy anything in the house. He's very sweet. He loves his people as long as they're adults. He's very smart. Brisbane, sit. Sit. Good boy. Paw. Brisbane, paw. Good boy. And being part Border Collie, I'm sure that he can learn a million other tricks if somebody wanted to teach him.
If you'd like to learn more about Brisbane or any of the other pets available now for adoption, or to find out how to donate, volunteer, foster a pet, or fill their wish list, go to lowellhumanesociety.org or visit them at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Call 978-452-7781. For Westford Cat, I'm Patty Stalker.
Pa? Good boy.
Here's our Marketing Outreach Director, Sarah Fletcher, with suggestions for things to do this week around Westford.
Thanks, Ira. The League of Women Voters of Westford is sponsoring a forum on the opioid epidemic that's impacting communities across the state. Representatives from Westford's police, health, schools, and fire department will discuss their experiences and perspectives. An audience question and answer segment will follow. The event takes place on Wednesday, September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at the Millennium School and will be telecast live on WestfordCAT's government channels and website. All are welcome to join the fun at Westford's East Boston camps for the annual Fall Barbecue Festival. The festival includes free hamburgers and hot dogs and ice cream from Kimball's. There will be hay rides, live music, kids games, and nature walks. Come prepared to bid on some unique items at their silent auction, and it's all taking place on Sunday, October 1st from 12 to 4 p.m. For more information, visit westfordfriendsebc.org or email beth@middlesexdesign.com. The event is sponsored by the Friends of East Boston Camps. In honor of the town's seniors, the Upbeats will play music at the Westford Farmers Market on Tuesday, September 26th, designated as Senior Appreciation Day. The market is open from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. on the town common. Vendors for the day include You Love Bakery, Bittersweet Herb Farm, Farmer Dave's, Kebab House, and Shamrock Hives Farm. For more information, visit sustainablewestford.org. Back to you, Ira.
And that's it for this week, Westford. We leave you with photos submitted for the Fun Fest photo contest this summer. We'll see you next week.